12-year-old Easton King is living with a degenerative muscular condition, but today none of that mattered. His Make-A-Wish was granted and he got an opportunity unlike any other. Inspiration can come in many forms. For Easton King, it's on the court with his favorite player and team.
I think it's pretty cool, and I always wanted to meet Giannis and the Bucks.
The 12-year-old basketball boy is having a day unlike any other. Starts with a shoot-around.
We'll make this day special. He's one of the best teammates I've ever had.
King is living with a degenerative muscular condition, but the Milwaukee Bucks and Make-A-Wish are helping to take his mind off of it.
I'm happy, and the team is happy that we're able to make this dream come true for him.
From a morning practice to a pregame warm-up, King is right there.
It's really different for me.
He might be on the sidelines at Fiserv Forum, but he's helping out his idol.
Do that windmill that you did earlier for me.
On this day, King is more than just a fan. He's a part of the team.
Congratulations.
Signed to an honorary contract. It's an experience that can best be summed up by the expression on his face as he watches the Bucks take on the Timberwolves. On a day this 12-year-old is surrounded by his heroes, he has become theirs.
At the end of the day, it's all about helping one another.
In football weather, in a football town, a river of purple and black still flowed into Coors Field Sunday afternoon. Their numbers diluted by Brewers fans, some in jackets as old as the Rockies ballpark itself.
I feel really good that we're here right now.
An hour before first pitch, Dale Sanders and Mary Christensen stood out.
So I love Rocky fans.
He's even become a Rockies fan whenever they're not playing his home state Brewers. He kept that loyalty when he moved out to the Denver area a few years back.
The fact that the Brewers got this far was amazing. So, yeah, usually I get punked in my office, right, that's filled with purple and black and stuff like that. So, but I'm wearing my Brewer stuff all the time.
When this baseball season began, Jacob Green and Katie Schmig were Wisconsinites. A mid-season move has them living mile high, but down to earth in loyalty. But it's not ugly.
No, it's like obviously you're going to cheer for your team, but it's not like any like hatred or anything.
There's no bad blood there or anything. It's just, I mean, it's baseball. It's fun.
If you think this place had a lot of Brewer fans in it, come with me, because just a foul ball away from Coors Field is a sports bar with a heavy Wisconsin theme.
I planned everything.
Beth Stoyer and her husband drove 14 hours from Racine. It was a planned vacation made better by the Brewers' marvelous run.
The fan base out here, amazing, amazing.
And when it was over, no one could possibly have regretted making the trip.
Well, the Badgers kick off their season on Friday night with a victory. They're a top 10 team, and they didn't look like it early on. But in the end, very convincing, 59-10 over Utah State. Let's show you the action, and as I say early on, not good at all. In fact, Badgers turnovers leading to Utah State points. With 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, it was 10-0 visitors. Are you kidding me? A quiet crowd on a Friday night in Madison? That's impossible. But the second half, an entirely different story. Alex Hornibrook to Troy Fumagalli, wearing number 48 as a tribute to the injured Jack Cicci. 23-yard touchdown pass. It's 17-10. The Badgers have taken the lead, and they will not lose the lead. Hornibrook again. Xander Neville. This guy's moved up a couple of different positions, but this is why he can be part of the tight end rotation. 28-yard touchdown, 24-10. And guess what? The route is on. Jonathan Taylor, just a freshman, 13 yards, bangs into the middle, bounces outside. This guy can do a lot of things on the field. You'll see that as the season goes along. Badgers are up 31-10, and the points keep coming. By the end, it's Garrett Groshek of all people. He runs in for a touchdown, 59-10. The Badgers have themselves a win. The quarterback says it was actually a bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah, nothing's given to you. That was one thing Coach Chris was telling us. We got to earn it. We got to show that we're a good football team, and there was an example of that tonight. We had to, that first quarter, nobody was giving anything to us. We had to get it ourselves, and we got the ball moving. It was good.
So the Badgers are in the win column, 1-0. They were favored by 4 touchdowns. They win by much more than that. More non-conference action next Saturday here at Camp Randall Stadium. In Madison, Tim Van Voren, Fox 6 Sports.
It was one that the Raptors came out firing from start to finish at home with their home crowd, with all the things working for them. The Bucks struggled from start to finish with this one. We asked about the 20 turnovers to Brook Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they both agreed afterwards that a lot of those were self-inflicted. They didn't want to take away from the fact that the Raptors played really hard, intense, physical defense, but a lot of that was just a lack of rhythm, a lack of focus, and a lack of energy. But they also understand the series is still continuing, and Giannis was less hard on himself after this performance.
Whenever I tried to make a play, I saw they were showing bodies. They were sending a second guy there. But at the end of the day, I gotta, not focus on who's got him and just, keep making plays.
Well, they're double teaming him a lot. They're sending a lot of people, a lot of bodies at him. And I would say, what he's done all year, and my guess is what he did today is he's sharing the ball, he's making the right read, he's making the pass. And we probably got to shoot it a little bit better. We got to drive it a little bit better. Maybe we can create more space for him.
That is a career high for Kawhi.
So creating more space will be a focus for this team as they get set for Game 4. And both Giannis and Brook Lopez agreed after the game that it wasn't much more physical game. It caught him off guard maybe a little bit, how physical the Raptors were, how they defended both of those players, and how they made the night tough for Giannis. Tim?
Caitlin, thank you. We look forward to more reaction from you in sports and then on the Fox 6 Sports Blitz in just a bit.
The Warhawks up 14 when Julius Davis goes 74 yards for the touchdown. That pulls the Indians to within 7. Good run for him. Just before half, Germantown QB Jacob Potvin hits Blake Kuntz for the 62-yard touchdown. Perfect throw. They lead 21-14 at the half. Then in the third, the Warhawks add to the lead. Jalen Carter coming up here, scores from just a yard out, but the Falls trying to come back late in the game when Casey Muir is picked off. Nick Lohberger tracking this ball down right to the battle. Germantown wins the border battle 28-21. Carl Deffenbaugh has a reaction to tonight's Week 1 matchup.
Germantown is 1-0 as a new member of the Metro Conference, thanks in large part to these two guys. We'll start with Jalen Carter, senior running back, stepping into a starring role this year with 3 touchdowns in the debut. How satisfying was it to have that performance against your next-door neighbors from Menominee Falls?
It was great. It felt amazing. I don't really know what to say. The line, they did a great job today, and it's good to get the first one against the Falls in the new conference, make a big statement. So it felt great. It felt amazing.
Blake Kuntz, we know, as a baseball standout here at Germantown, now trying out football as a senior. Huge game for you with a number of big catches, including a 62-yard touchdown. Could you have imagined a better debut for you, sir?
No, it was amazing, and I just want to thank Potts out there because he can throw a great ball.
There you go. Got to thank the QB, absolutely. They move on to play a road game at Tosa East next week, but reporting from our Fox 6 High School Blitz Game of the Week in Germantown, Carl Deffenbaugh, Fox 6 News.
Charlie riding a 54 consecutive game winning streak. Kimberly needed just one more for a chance at a 4-peat at Camp Randall, and the Papermakers punched their ticket to state with a convincing win over Stevens Point here at Titan Stadium. After a gritty win in Level 3 over Fondy, Kimberly entered the game more focused than ever and smashed, trying to end the historic run. First quarter, DJ Stewart makes his mark early. Stewart gets past one defender, then takes it 45 yards untouched for the score. Papermakers up 7-zip. Point answers. Bo Rosenthal floats the ball to the corner of the end zone. Joey Hauser makes the grab, and we're all tied. But later, on 4th and 12, Kimberly goes for it, and it pays off. Danny Vandenboom connects with Tyler Bruss for the first down. And a few plays later, Stewart with the second effort. He gets in for the touchdown, 14-7 Kimberly. In the second quarter, more Stewart, this time for the hat trick. He dives into the end zone to get the Papermakers a 21-7 advantage. Then right before the half, a big defensive stop. Caden Jansen with the sack. Kimberly led 21-7 at the break. Second half, the Papermakers defense played lights out. And Stewart scored one more time, but this time through the air. Kimberly advances to state, winning 28-7.
And sometimes I think these guys make it look easy, but as I told them, they've been having that target on their back all year, and they embrace that challenge, and they don't flinch, and they continue to impress me week in and week out. They change their best, and they get better every single day.
Last year, I promised one of the special teams coaches, Coach Jacobson, that I would bring this team back to Camp Randall. He came up to me in the beginning of the game and he said, "You remember what you told me last year?" And I said, "No, I don't." He reminded me. He's like, you told us you're bringing the team back. Don't be a liar." So the whole game I was just thinking, I can't be a liar. Got to go out there, and when I get an opportunity to make a play, I got to make a play.
Kimberly head coach Steve Jones actually played high school football for Spash, but now for the second year in a row, he and Kimberly take down his alma mater. The Papermakers will play Franklin on Friday for a chance at the D1 state title and a 4-peat.